What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut. And today, we're going to continue our rant series as we look at the Boston Red Sox. So, if you haven't seen it already, we put out a rant video discussing the AL East back on opening day, which is, of course, April 1st of this year. And I mentioned that the Red Sox were going to get their own video. There was no way I was going to be able to fit the Red Sox in with four other teams, especially when one of them, the Yankees, could have borderline got their own video. So without further ado, we'll jump right in and we will start with this. So the 2004 ALCS. So as I've discussed in previous videos, a good portion of my family, specifically on my mom's side, is Yankee fans. So, a lot of people are Yankees fans. So especially when I was younger, in 2004 in particular, I was rooting for the Yankees. And I don't remember the Yankees having a 3-0 series lead. I don't remember when the Red Sox won Game 6, but I do remember watching Game 7. I remember watching it with my mom and my uncle, and we were watching the game. We're all excited. We're like, all right, Yankees will snap it. No one's ever blown a 3-0 lead before in baseball. Sure enough, the Red Sox just took this early commanding lead. It was 5-0 at some point. I think it was Damon hit a home run. And I remember that, and I just remember going to school later, and it was just all the Red Sox fans. Everyone in the school was talking about it. And it's just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But at that point, you can't do anything. They won the series. You can't say anything. And of course, they would go on to break the curse in the World Series. And just like 2007, so 2007 World Series can get grouped in here. I don't need to hear every 5 minutes I'm talking to a Red Sox fan, they have to go, oh, hey, remember back when 2004, we won the ALCS? Or, hey, we won the World Series in 2004. Or, hey, we won the 2007 World Series. Remember that? Remember that? Remember that? I don't want to hear it. I want to hear other things. I don't want to talk about 2004 and 2007 every 5 minutes I'm talking to you guys. There's better things to talk about. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about other things. Let's not reminisce in the past, okay? It's that simple. I don't want to be hearing about the 2004 and 2007 World Series and ALCSs or whatever. Toxic Boston fan base. That every time I discuss a Boston team, I have to mention this garbage fan base that they have. Now, I understand people will tell me I'm a biased fan, whatever, okay? Fact of the matter is, Boston has one of the worst fan bases in Major League Baseball and sports in general. They are so fair weather. The minute Boston starts to struggle, their fans disappear. And it's a fact. Honestly, if I live in Connecticut, okay, you guys know this. When I go out, I don't see anybody wearing Patriots stuff right now, or Red Sox stuff. I only see the occasional Bruins and, of course, the Celtics. But I don't see anything else. Why would I? Because the teams struggle. Okay, fair point. But why do I still see Mets? Why did I see Mets things beforehand? Why did I see Yankees things when the Yankees are struggling? Why do I still see numerous Philadelphia things, even though the Philadelphia teams aren't doing that hot right now? I swear, there were multiple Sundays this year where I saw more people wearing Eagles things than Patriots things. Come on. I don't know what you're doing. But you guys, so bad fan base. Such a bad fan base. Such a bad fan base. And I remember even talking to my dad about it back in April, May, June. I didn't see anyone wearing Red Sox stuff. So, congratulations, guys. Payroll. Okay, I'm a hypocrite for saying payroll. I get that. I'm a big-time hypocrite. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a hypocrite. Phillies have one of the biggest payrolls, too. Well, I'm a fan of the Moneyball philosophy. So, when you're one of the big spenders, you get mentioned as payroll. I don't like that. I mentioned it for the Yankees. I mentioned it for the Dodgers. I will mention it for every other team in the future that has big payroll. Payroll is a problem. They were the last MLB team to have a black African-American player. So just a little bit of history for you. They were the last Major League team to have an African-American player on their team. So, of course, that gets you a special placement here in the rant series. It's just disgusting to me that you were the last team to do it. Of course, someone had to be the last team. But Tom Yawkey was a known racist, even for his time. He did not want to, have a roster that was desegregated. He wanted to have, only Caucasian players on his team. So congratulations. You guys have that dubious honor being the last team in Major League Baseball to add an African-American player. Good job. David Ortiz. I cannot stand Ortiz. This guy, along with his counterpart, Manny Ramirez, they're just such big losers. I'm sorry. Losers might not be the right word because they did win World Series. I get that. But they are losers. Ortiz, I don't know how this guy got away with, never getting caught taking steroids. I just don't understand. This guy clearly was on steroids time and time again. It was so obvious. And I don't want to hear it. I can't stand it. Every single person would talk about how great Ortiz is, and then they would go, oh, Ortiz is the best. Oh, Roid. What are you talking about? You guys want to talk about steroids? Let's talk about Ortiz or Ramirez. I don't know why you guys have to go after Alex Rodriguez. He took steroids. Yeah, I get it. He's not a good person. He's probably the most hated MLB player of all time. But guess what? Ortiz should be up there too. This guy's a big baby, and let's not forget what he did to that poor dugout phone. Like, he beat it up for no reason. Ramirez is a loser too. Ramirez clearly steroid user. He got caught multiple times. So that's that. There's no other real reason. Manny had a personality too, but you have to have a personality to play baseball. 2018 cheating. So this team, obviously, they participated in the 2018 World Series the year after the Astros did. And guess what? They got caught cheating as well. Unfortunately for baseball, they decided not to do anything for some strange reason. Red Sox got away with it. The Red Sox and the Astros both should be stripped of their World Series titles in 2017 and 2018 respectively. So it's just really irritating to me that the Red Sox get to keep this World Series title. They were caught cheating. They cheated. All you're going to do is frame it on one guy, whatever the technician or whatever his position was. It doesn't make sense to me that the Red Sox get away with cheating like that. But God forbid if it was another team. If it was a team like the Yankees that did it, they would have, it wouldn't have been pretty. Red Sox Nation. Now, Red Sox Nation is this little fan base the Red Sox have. In Boston, they say, oh, we got the best fan base in sports. Fact of the matter is, the Yankees have more fans than you. Dodgers, Braves, they're right up there with you. Cubs. These are teams that have big fan bases that are right up there with you. And they don't have these stupid little things like Red Sox Nation, where they charge you $200 to be a member of. What is this garbage? Why do you have to pay money to be a member of Red Sox Nation? What a joke. What a joke. What a money-hungry move by the Red Sox Nation. What a money-hungry move. Rivalry with the Yankees. So, like I said, I've seen a lot of these moments. I haven't been to a Red Sox-Yankees game yet at this point, but I do intend to go. And it's just, a lot of my family's Yankees fans. I said that before in the video. So, of course, because they're big rivals with the Yankees, I despise them. Case in point, April 12th, 2018, I actually went to a bar for one of the first times. I had just turned 21 at that point. Guess what? Red Sox and Yankees fight. I kind of, there's a group of us talking. I'm with my buddy. We're talking to these other couple people. And I happen to look up and I happen to see the fight happen. I'm like, oh, hey, look at that fight. A little side note there. Can't forget, too, the Pedro Martinez throwing Don Zimmer incident. That's just, Zimmer's like 35, 40 years older than him. Why'd he throw him to the ground? Zimmer was in the wrong, I get that, but Philly-Boston rivalry. Once more, if you play from Boston, Philadelphia teams hate you and you hate them, so there's that rivalry. Real quick, brief history part there. Failing Ted Williams. You guys had probably one of the best players in MLB history, and you failed to get him a World Series ring. Now, obviously, I wouldn't have liked it if Boston had won yet another World Series, but Ted Williams was a player who deserved a World Series ring, and you guys failed to get him one, so congratulations. David Ortiz once more. I can't stand Ortiz, okay? I just can't stand this guy. It's just, it gets the blood boiling when I talk about this moron. He clearly took steroids. He clearly got away with it. I mean, it's so irritating. And now he has this big personality. He thinks this is great guy when he's talking, predicting sports and stuff, predicting the baseball World Series and everything. It's like, buddy, you're not that good, okay? You don't deserve the personality just because Boston loves you. For the record, I don't like Ryan Howard, who's a similar player to Ortiz. Lastly, Fenway seats. Even when I was younger, like a teenager, those seats are ridiculous. How am I supposed to sit in those? It's just, they're way too cramped. I get it. It's an old stadium. I like the historical aspect of it. I think the first time I went to Fenway was in 2012, so it would have been the 100-year anniversary of Fenway. It's just, get bigger seats, please. Please. One good thing about the Red Sox, well, I was a Curt Schilling fan, and you guys got Curt Schilling 2 rings, so thank you for that. Other than that, I despise the Boston Red Sox. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good rest of your day, unless you're a Sox fan.